Good morning, it's time for another weekly Q&A. You know why? Because every week's a Q&A. Every week I answer your travel questions, and let's get right into it. Ryan A. writes, going to Tokyo, Japan this coming month. Any idea where I can stay? Sorry Ryan, I've never been to Tokyo. I would love to, but the good thing about having a travel channel is that you have a whole audience with lots of information. So guys, do you have any ideas for where Ryan should stay in Tokyo, Japan? Let him know in the comments down below, and I'd like to know too, because I'd like to go to Tokyo, Japan at some point. Fabio Santeria writes, hey JP, I will start my travel next week. My question is about internet speed in Southeast Asia. I will work remotely some days. So generally in Southeast Asia, if you are in a major metropolitan city, the internet is going to be super fast sometimes. And then if you go out to the countryside, it's going to be slower. And if you go to an island, it's going to be even slower generally. You don't tell me where you're going to go specifically, but I found that the highest internet speeds by country are Thailand, Vietnam, and Singapore. Even though Malaysia is more of a developed country, I didn't really find very good internet speed there, and Cambodia and Laos just doesn't have the infrastructure to support really high-speed internet in those countries. And if you're going to Bali, it's an island, so you're not going to get that great of internet there either. Lee Rayo asks, how do you keep yourself eating healthy during budget traveling? Well, Lee, if you chose a cheap destination, odds are you're going to have access to really good, cheap food. Yeah, you might have limited options for meals on a budget, but you have access to cheap produce. So fruits and vegetables are really the things that you need to keep yourself nourished. And I like to incorporate a daily juice or like a smoothie or something every single day, which doesn't cost that much. In terms of protein, I like to carry around a jar of peanut butter because not only does it have a lot of protein in it, but depending on what kind of peanut butter you have, it also contains lots of healthy fats. So that's a good thing to balance your diet. But if you're traveling in a place that's a little bit more expensive, and if you're staying at a hostel and you have access to a kitchen, you have the option to cook for yourself, which can be way better for you than eating out every single day for every single meal. So you can control your diet that way. And the comment of the week comes from Kelsey Saxby McKay, who writes this. Hey JP, I love your videos. I was wondering if you could do a video where you do a quick overview of the countries in Southeast Asia you've been to, and give some general tips like what currency they use, what the weather is like, how much an average meal costs, etc. Kelsey, thank you so much for that comment, and I've actually had that idea for a really long time in my head, and I would love to do this moving forward. Every time I close out a country in the vlogs, I'd love to do an overview of my time in each of these places, give you guys some recommendations and some idea as to where I stayed and what I did and how much things cost and everything. Are you guys interested in those kinds of videos, and what kind of information do you want in those kinds of videos? Let me know down in the comments below so I can kind of craft those videos into something that's useful to you. And Kelsey, for being the commenter of the week, you win a postcard from me, so go ahead and reach out to my social medias. All links are down below so that you can claim your prize. So I have to apologize about the schedule I was trying to keep. This past week I was off the grid for a few days. So the vlog I put together for Kampeng Pet is actually going to come out this Tuesday, and on Saturday, instead of the weekly Q&A, I'm going to take some time to address one of the travel topics that you were all interested in the poll that I had in a video 2 weeks ago. We're going to talk about money tips for travel, so go ahead and leave questions and comments down below as to what kinds of things you want to learn about in terms of money and travel. Is it budgeting? Is it money saving tips? Whatever you want to learn, go ahead and leave it down in the comments below. And don't forget to keep asking questions down below, because we're going to return back to the weekly travel Q&A the next week after that. And I'll see you all for all those things next week. So thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, get off the couch and go do great things. Bye!